The emergence of single-sample circadian phase assessment tools represents a potentially transformative development for personalizing meal timing recommendations. The Body Time Assay, which estimates circadian phase from gene expression patterns in a single blood draw, exemplifies this technology. The approach analyzes expression levels of dozens of clock-controlled genes to infer where an individual sits in their endogenous circadian cycle at the sampling moment, theoretically enabling prediction of optimal eating windows aligned with their internal biological timing. Validation studies of the Body Time Assay demonstrate reasonable correlation with gold standard circadian phase markers, including dim light melatonin onset and core body temperature minimum in controlled laboratory settings. The assay estimates circadian phase within approximately 1 to 2 hours of these reference measures in 70 to 80% of participants, offering substantially more practical assessment than multi-day inpatient protocols. The biological basis remains sound, as peripheral blood cells express clock genes rhythmically, and machine learning algorithms can decode this temporal signal from a snapshot measurement. However, several limitations temper enthusiasm. Inter-individual variability across days and weeks introduces uncertainty into single time point estimates, particularly for individuals with irregular schedules or high social jet lag. The assay's accuracy declines in real-world settings where factors like recent meals, sleep deprivation, or illness may perturb gene expression patterns independently of core circadian phase. The clinical utility question remains partially unanswered. While the assay provides interesting biological information, whether personalized meal timing based on circadian phase assessment produces meaningfully better health outcomes than simpler heuristic approaches remains unproven. Cost-effectiveness analyses are absent, and the assay's several $100 price point may limit accessibility. Importantly, no randomized trials have yet compared health outcomes between participants receiving personalized meal timing recommendations based on circadian profiling versus standard advice, leaving the value proposition theoretical. The tool may prove most useful in research settings for participant stratification or in clinical scenarios involving severe circadian disorders where precise phase information guides therapeutic decision-making. Looking forward, single-sample circadian assays represent promising tools requiring further validation and cost reduction before broad clinical deployment. The technology might eventually enable truly personalized nutrition recommendations, identifying individuals whose circadian biology suggests they would particularly benefit from shifted meal timing and predicting optimal eating windows for each person. However, simpler approaches including chronotype questionnaires, sleep-wake pattern assessment, and monitoring of metabolic responses to meal timing changes may provide adequate personalization for most individuals at lower cost and complexity. The field should continue developing and validating these tools while maintaining realistic expectations about their added value over careful clinical assessment and individualized trial-and-error optimization. As with many personalized medicine technologies, the biological sophistication must ultimately translate into improved outcomes and cost-effectiveness to justify implementation beyond research applications.